be considered as a speed loss. Then the defect, uh, the defects, we can say that ROI, return on investment loss. Okay, so that is reduce the yield, we can say that. And the defects in a product, uh, the faulty product generation, that will be considered as a process defect. Okay, so this we have discussed in a last lecture. Then we have discussed the various stages of a TPM development in a Japan. Okay, so first, prior to 1950, only breakdown maintenance were carried out. In 1950, preventive maintenance introduced in a Japanese industries. Then in 1960, the productive maintenance were introduced, and from 1970s, the development of total productive maintenance began, or the started in 1970s. Okay, and then the development of TPM started, and various kinds of activities were carried out under this TPM procedure or TPM organization. Then further, we have discussed the development stages of a TPM. How one can develop the total productive maintenance system in any organization. So for that purpose, we have discussed that there are three stages. The first stage is nothing but a preparation stage. Second stage is preliminary implementation stage, and the third one is implementation stage. So if you correlate these three stages with the product development, then or production system, then we can say that the preparation stage is analogous to product design stage, and the preliminary implementation stage is analogous to the production stage, and we can say that implementation stage is nothing but the customer satisfaction. Then we have discussed the different activities were carried out under this TPM development. Okay, and to develop this TPM, there are three stages, and these three stages having 12 steps. Okay, these three stages having 12 steps. This 12 steps, nothing but 12 types of activities need to carried out under each stage. Okay, and we have discussed that during the preparation stage, that is the first stage, the the management need to arrange the TPM lectures. Okay, and educate the different groups of worker, and these groups will educate further to their members. Then in that, the existing situation were analyzed and the goals are decided. Then results are predicted, and uh, plan is prepared to implement the preparation stage. Okay, so that will be related to activities related to the preparation stage, whereas preliminary implementation stage is related to creating an atmosphere in the industry, and dealing with the six big losses according to the TPM, and uh, uh, increasing the workers' moral and dedication, so that the TPM result will get, or the industry will get the fantastic TPM results. Okay, so that is nothing but the activities were carried out the preliminary implementation stage, that is our second stage of a TPM. And during the third stage, that is the implementation stage, in that the model is selected, and the project team is prepared. Then diagnosis skills are developed, then certifications are provided to the worker. Then predictive maintenance, then spare part management, and tools, blueprints and schedules were prepared. Then we can say that the leaders are trained. Then uh, maintenance prevention designs, then life cycle of a product will be analyzed, and the goals are evaluated and the higher goals are established. Okay, so that is related to the third stage. Now these three stages are divided into 12. These three stages are divided into 12 steps. Okay, 12 steps. So first step is nothing but announce formally top management decision to introduce TPM. Okay, so announcement in the industry that management going to introduce the total productive maintenance in the industry. Formally announcement through emails, through messages, through meetings. This announcement will be done, and this announcement will be percolated through the management and the related departmental heads to their subordinates and the followers. Then the second stage is launch education and campaigning to introduce the TPM. That is nothing but arranging the seminars, uh, providing the stories or telling the stories of TPM objectives, outcomes, and the results, and how it will be helpful for the industry, and consequently how it will helpful to the worker also. So the launch education and campaign to introduce TPM, that is the second stage. Then create organizations to promote the TPM. We have discussed that in this case we need to provide the special staff quarter, and we need to assign the staffs uh, to perform the task of total productive maintenance. Then establish basic policies and goals. Policies will be decided to run the activities, and the goals are decided on the basis of a time scale. Then prepare TPM master plan for TPM development. Finally, the plan will be prepared how to develop the TPM in the industry. Then second stage is, or the sixth in second stage, the step number 6 is there, that is hold TPM kickoff. That is nothing but start battle against the six big equipment losses, then creating the environment in the industry, and creating the higher worker moral and dedication. Okay, so this is required to hold a TPM kickoff. Then the stage number 3 in that 7 number step is there, and that will be improve effectiveness of each piece of machine by reducing the 6 big losses. Then develop an autonomous maintenance program, then develop scheduled maintenance program for maintenance department, then organize training programs to improve the operations and maintenance skills. Then 11th step is develop initial equipment management program, and the 12th step is perfect TPM implementation and the raise the TPM levels. Okay, so these are the steps involved while implementing the TPM in the organization. Okay, so our aim is to improve the effectiveness of any machine. Okay, and the worker, effectiveness of any machine and the worker which is working on that particular machine. So for that purpose training is required. Okay, and need to form one specific schedule. Okay, for the activities. Okay, so for that purpose the implementation stage is important. Please draw this diagram. Okay, which will clear the picture of different stages and the steps related to that stages. Okay, so preparation stage, first stage is preparation stage, and steps related to preparation stage are: step number 1, announce formally top management decision to introduce TPM. Announce formally top management decision, to introduce TPM, to introduce TPM. Then step number 2, launch education and campaign. launch education and campaign to introduce TPM, launch education and campaign to introduce TPM. Step number 3, create organization, create organization, create organization to promote TPM, create organization to promote TPM. Then step number 4, establish basic policies and goals, establish basic policies and goals, establish basic policies and goals. Step number 5, prepare TPM master plan for TPM development, prepare TPM master plan for TPM development. Prepare TPM master plan for TPM development. Then the second stage is preliminary implementation stage. Second stage is preliminary implementation stage. In that step number 6, hold TPM kickoff, hold TPM kickoff, hold TPM kickoff, hold TPM kickoff. Helps to cultivate an atmosphere that increase workers' morale and dedication. Helps to cultivate an atmosphere that increase workers' morale and dedication. Helps to cultivate an atmosphere that increase workers' morale and dedication. Then the third stage is implementation stage. Third stage is implementation stage. TPM implementation stage. In that step number 7 is improve effectiveness of each piece of machine. Improve effectiveness of each piece of machine. Improve of effectiveness of each piece of a machine. Then step number 8, develop an autonomous maintenance program. Develop an autonomous maintenance program. Then step number 10, organize training program. Organize training program. Now step number 9 is develop scheduled maintenance. Develop scheduled maintenance program for maintenance department. Develop scheduled maintenance program for maintenance department. Then step number 10, organize training program. Organize training program to improve operation and maintenance skill. Organize training program to improve operation and maintenance skill. Then step number 11 is develop initial equipment management program. Develop initial equipment management program. And the last step, step number 12 is perfect TPM implementation. Perfect TPM implementation and raise TPM levels. Perfect TPM implementation and raise TPM level. Okay, so these are the steps and which is related to the 3 stages of TPM development, which are related to the 3 stages of TPM development. Okay, if you have any problem, you can ask. Now, the TPM is based on, or one of the pillar of a TPM. Basic foundation of a TPM is nothing but what? The 5S for cleaner workplace. 5S for cleaner workplace. So 5S methodology is very much useful to identify the maintenance problems and to diagnose the problem. Okay, the simple steps are there which are invented by the Japanese industries. Okay, simple steps are there which are invented by the Japanese industries. Okay, So there are some Japanese name for this particular 5S methodology and their English translation and their equipment equivalent S terms. Okay, so the first term is nothing but Siri. Okay, in 5S first S is nothing but Siri, and this Siri is nothing but what? The organization. Okay, organization, and the equivalent S term is sort. Okay, equivalent S term is sort. So what is meant by sort? Sort is nothing but if you have one toolbox, okay, or if you have number of equipments, the tools at your workplace. So some of the tools are not required that much, or they are required frequently. Some of the tools are required on a daily basis or on a timely basis, and some of the tools are unwanted for your workstation. So here the first step is nothing but you have to sort the tools what are required on a frequently basis, what are required on a uh, sufficient time interval, and what are unwanted at your location. Okay, so sorting is done in this manner, and then this is nothing but a first stage of a 5S, or the first S of a 5S, that is nothing but sort what is unwanted, what is less wanted, and what is required on a daily basis. Okay, so this segregation will be done. Then the second S of out of 5S is sit on, that is nothing but tidiness and systemize. Okay, their S term is systemize. So systematic arrangement. Okay, so mostly wanted tools are should be placed at nearer to workstation. Okay, it will be easily available for the worker which is working at that particular station. Okay, so mostly used tools should be available near to the worker. Then less available worker, less available tools, less required tools should be somewhat away, or should be kept somewhat away from the worker, and unwanted tools should be shifted to the uh, tool room. Okay, so in this manner the systematic approach should be involved in each and every case. Okay, so if any nut bolt is available at your workstation or that particular worker's workstation, so he has to decide whether that nut and bolts is required for me, whether it is unwanted for me, and on that basis that particular nut and bolt decision will be taken by that particular worker. And if it is mostly required thing, then it should be kept nearer to the workstation, and it will be easily available. Okay, when you try to search something, okay, so there should not be a more time required to search that particular tool. If you organize it in a well manner, then it will be easily available, it will easily be available. And if you if you are not done sorting of your equipment, if you are not arrange it in a systematic manner, then it will require more time to find that particular tool, or to find that particular item at your workstation. Okay, so first step is sorting, and then second step is arranging that in a systematic manner. Okay, arranging that is systematic manner. Then third is nothing but CISO. CISO meaning is cleaning, or the S equivalent meaning is sweeping or sweep. Okay, so cleaning and cleaning of a workstation reduce the 50% of a maintenance work. Okay, reduce the 50% of a maintenance work. We know that in machines are oiled, well greased, and if you are not done proper greasing, and if you not done proper cleaning of a machine, then the dust particles will entered in that particular meeting parts, and it will create the unwanted stresses at that particular location. And cleaning increase the morale of a worker. If any place is well maintained, well clean, then the worker will want to work at that particular location. Okay, so to increase the effectiveness of a worker, cleanliness or housekeeping is most important concept which is applicable at a workstation, and this should be done by that particular worker only, okay. Then standardization. Okay, so standardization is nothing but what, whatever you are performing under this particular 5S methodology. So standardness should be maintained in that case. How? So if you are maintaining the toolbox in a specific manner, then in that case you should be maintained in you should be follow some standard procedure. Okay, and uh, and this should be percolated over all the workers. Okay, so tagging should be provided. If material is there, consider that one of the CNC machine is there, and on that some production is going on. So there should be some tagging for the material. If raw material comes to your location, then for that purpose separate tagging should be provided. Okay, then if the finished good is there, for that purpose separate tagging should be provided, so that there should not be a fumble between the two types of materials. There are n number of materials available at workstations, so there will be confusion in a worker's mind that which one is a finished good and which one is a raw material, or which one is a semi-finished one. Okay, so that confusion, if you want to reduce, then there should be a promotion of a standardization in the industries. So if you visited any industry, you will see that different tags are provided to the different material. Okay, so if the raw material is there, for that purpose different tagging is used. For semi-finished good material is there, for that purpose different tagging is provided, and for the finished good different tagging is there provided. Okay, so this tagging is important. Okay, tagging is important, and after the quality check also tagging is provided. So the standardization, sorting, if you have sorted that, if you have arranged that, and uh, uh, then the further step is nothing but whatever the procedure you are following, that procedure should be standardized. Okay, and the last S is nothing but Shitsuke. Okay, so meaning is discipline, and the equivalent yes term is self-discipline. Okay, so the workers or every person which is working in the industry should follow this particular 5S methodology. That discipline should be percolated at each and every workstations. Okay, not only the manager should follow the 5S technologies, but housekeeping person should be followed at the 5S methodologies. The worker which is working on a workstation should follow the 5S methodology. The head of the production department should follow the 5S methodology, and he should apply this 5S technology at their work location. If you consider that, if you have one desk, and if you have stapler, if you have punching machine, if you have pen, then if you have some files, and if you are not providing the proper location for the proper for the specific material, then the more time will be required to find out that material at that particular location. So discipline should be percolated to reduce the production time. Okay, to reduce the production time and to increase the productivity, this 5S methodology need to apply at the product at each level, not only the workers level. It should be applied to the managerial level, it should be applied to the supervisor level, it should be applied to the housekeeping also. So this technology helps to improve the productivity. This technology or this technique of cleaner workplace will improve the effectiveness of a production and utilization of a machine. Okay, for that purpose, this 5S technology, or in that one S is also added, that is nothing but try hard to achieve the higher level of a 5S. Okay, so there are some levels: primary level, secondary level, third level, okay, fourth level. So try to achieve that higher and higher 5S level, and try to improve the uh, productivity of the uh, uh, or productive environment of that particular section, or that particular department, or that particular industry. Okay, getting everyone what is meant by 5S for cleaner workplace. So this is the important part of the total productive maintenance, or one of the pillar of total productive maintenance. Okay, so please note down, and draw this chart. Getting everyone what is meant by 5S methodology, or 5S for cleaner workplace. Is there any question, any doubt? Please note down: 5S for cleaner workplace. 5S for cleaner workplace. Draw table. Draw table, everyone. Important table. Okay. So in some of the interviews also, they will ask you what is meant by 5S methodology, whether you know or not. So in that case, you should be capable to explain what is meant by 5S, which are the 5S, and what is the meaning of particular S. Okay. So please note down, and do some research online also, so that you will get more about this. Over, shall I move ahead to the next point? Is there any question, any doubt? Shall I move ahead? Have you written? Please comment in the chat box. Okay. So the next point is maintenance performance evaluation. With here only we need to consider the formulas, or this particular terminology, which terminology is used to evaluate the maintenance performance. Okay, so there are near about 5 terminologies I have mentioned over here. So we'll see one by one. Okay, so this particular following criteria can be used for measuring the effectiveness of maintenance functions. Okay, effectiveness of maintenance function. So first one is total plant maintenance productivity. Total plant maintenance productivity. So it is also called as a TPMP, total plant maintenance productivity. So how one can determine the total plant maintenance productivity? So for that purpose, the formula is provided: plant output in the given period divided by total maintenance cost in the given period. Okay, if you consider the 1 month period, in that case, how much production, okay, in case of a money, okay, so in sense of a money, how much production produced by this particular department or the industry divided by total maintenance cost. Okay, how much cost invested on the maintenance? So that is nothing but total maintenance cost in the given period. Okay, in that particular 1 month period. So that is nothing but TPMP, total plant maintenance productivity. So TPMP is equal to plant output in the given period whole divided by total maintenance cost in the given period. Then second one, downtime index. Okay, downtime index. Okay, so the downtime is nothing but what, the how much time period the production is stopped, or that machine is in idle condition. Okay, so that is downtime period, and we have seen that this is the uh, uh, one of the big loss of out of 6 losses. Okay, so downtime because of adjustment or because of a breakdown. Okay, downtime index will be given as downtime hours divided by production hours. Okay, divided by production hours, multiply by 100. So that will provide the downtime index. Then third one is maintenance cost index. Maintenance cost index. So it is equal to maintenance cost whole divided by capital cost. Okay, so capital cost, how much invested on in that time period, and how much cost is invested for maintenance purpose. Okay, so that is nothing but maintenance cost index, and it is equal to maintenance cost divided by capital cost, multiply by 100, multiply by 100. Then fourth one is equipment utilization. Okay, equipment utilization. Now we are seeing that we are always discussing if effective equipment utilization. What is meant by that? So it is equal to hours the equipment ran at capacity divided by hours the equipment was available to run at capacity during the evaluation period. ओके, किती तास ते इक्विपमेंट रन झालेलं आहे आणि किती तास ते इक्विपमेंट अवेलेबल होतं रन होण्यासाठी. ओके, किंवा त्याच्यावरती प्रोडक्शन काढण्यासाठी. ह्या दोघांचा रेशो म्हणजे काय असतं, तर इक्विपमेंट युटिलायझेशन असतं. ओके, इक्विपमेंट युटिलायझेशन असतं. सो इक्विपमेंट युटिलायझेशन इज इक्वल टू hours the equipment ran at capacity at during evaluation time period whole divided by hours the equipment was available to run at a capacity during the evaluation period. Okay, and the last one is fifth one, manpower efficiency. Okay, so manpower efficiency is equal to total man hours actually worked on the job whole divided by total man hours scheduled for the job. So that will be the manpower efficiency. एखादा जॉब करण्यासाठी सायंटिफिक कॅल्क्युलेशन किती आवर्स लागतात. ओके, दॅट इज नथिंग बट टोटल मॅन आवर्स शेड्यूल्ड फॉर दिस जॉब, आणि ऍक्च्युअल मध्ये किती मॅन आवर्स तो जॉब परफॉर्म करण्यासाठी लागलेले आहेत. सो दॅट विल प्रोव्हाइड यू द मॅन पॉवर इफिशियन्सी. दॅट विल प्रोव्हाइड यू द मॅन पॉवर इफिशियन्सी. So manpower efficiency is equal to total man hours actually worked on the job whole divided by total man hours scheduled for the job. Total man hours scheduled for the job. Getting everyone? So these are the important terminologies. Okay, in sense of if you are having the online examination, in that also they will ask what is meant by total plant maintenance productivity. Then there will be some kinds of options. Then what is meant by downtime index, then what is meant by maintenance cost index, what is meant by equipment utilization, what is meant by manpower efficiency. So MCQs like this can be asked in the examination. Okay, so each and every terminology is important, so note down. note down one by one. So all the five terminologies are important, so please note down everything from this particular slide. Okay. Don't put up your roll numbers. I will not consider your attendance if you have put up your roll numbers in the chat box. Okay, then I will consider you are absent. If I have told you that put up your roll numbers, don't show your smartness. तुम्हाला सांगितलेलं समजत नाही. Okay, over. Have you written all the points? Shall I move ahead to the next point? So the next important point is reliability. Okay, the last point, reliability and life testing from this chapter. So reliability म्हणजे रिलायबिलिटीचं मराठी मिनिंग घ्यायचं म्हणलं तर आपण म्हणू शकतो ज्याच्यावर विश्वास ठेवू, दॅट इज नथिंग बट रिलायबल. Okay, so if you consider any product, take example of a refrigerator, take example of a washing machine, take example of any TV. Okay, so in that case, the seller provides you warranty and guarantee. Okay, so warranty means what? If that seller is provided 2 years warranty and 1 year guarantee, if that product failed its functions, or it will not satisfy you, it will not withstand the satisfactory functions of that particular product, then in case of a guarantee, the seller will exchange that product and will provide you a new product. And what is meant by warranty? If your product will get failed, then the seller will diagnose the problem and repair that problem. That is nothing but the warranty of that particular product. So in that two cases, the reliability is most important thing. Reliability is nothing but the probability of product fulfilling its intended functions during its life cycle. Okay, reliability is the probability of a product fulfilling its intended functions during its life cycle. Take the example of any CNC or a VMC machine. Okay, so if the machine reliability is near about 80%, okay, the reliability is always expressed in a percentage or in a pointer 0.80, 0.90. Okay, so more reliable product, more the reliability index will be there. Okay, more reliability index will be there. So and if the less reliable product, the reliability index will be less. Okay, and as the time period goes on, in the life cycle of that particular product, this reliability index also goes on changing. Okay, so if you consider any CNC machine, then there is some reliability of that particular product. Okay, so this particular product or the CNC machine or that item of a machine will function smoothly for some time period. Consider 3 years, 4 years, and there will not be any malfunction about that malfunction of that particular product in that particular time period. So in that case, the worker will work more confidently on the machine, that there will not be any malfunctioning about the CNC machine for up to 3 years or up to 4 years. Okay, and that will be nothing but what the reliability of and work of the worker on that particular machine. Okay, so reliability is the probability of a product fulfilling its intended function during its life cycle. Okay, this is the definition of reliability. So reliability associated with unexpected failures of a product or services, and understanding why these failures occur is key to improve reliability. Okay, consider that any of the product will get failed, and you'll not if your TV, okay, if you have purchased one of the TV and it will fail within a 6 month time period, or there will be some problem related to the functions of that particular TV, then you will not do the scrap of the TV. You'll go to the repair center and you repair that particular part. So, and once again, the reliability of your TV will get improved. Reliability of your TV will get improved. So reliability is also associated with unexpected failure of a product or services, and understanding why this failure occurs and is key to improve the reliability. So the main reasons why failure occurs are, okay, there are some reasons the failures occurs. The product is not fit for purpose, or more specifically, the design is inherently incapable. Okay, if there is any design problem, okay, so then the product will get failed. Okay, then the item may be overstressed in some ways. Okay, consider any shaft or beam, and the number of machines which are working on one of the shaft will get increased. Okay, some stress factor is provided to work on that. Okay, so the capacity of any VMC machine is to hold the 100 kg weight at one time, and if you over loaded that particular bed of the VMC machine, then the functioning will not be proper in that case. Okay, so overstressed in some way, if you are overstressed, then the product will get failed. Okay, the failure can be caused by wear out. Okay, so wear out means what? The lifetime of that particular product is over now, and due to that there is some problem in started coming in the functioning of a product. Then in that case, that particular product will fail. Then failure might be caused by variation of stresses, variation of loadings, variations of uh, variations of electricity. So these are the problems related to the variations. Then why the reliability is important? Why the reliability is important? It helps to identify the cause of a failure and eliminate in design if possible. Otherwise, identify ways of communication. Okay, so if you are performing the reliability testing on the product, then it will be easy to eliminate the problems in the initial stage, that is nothing but the design stage only. And if not, then it will communicate to the uh, mm, it will easy to communicate that this is the problem and this is happening because of this. uh, uh, if you perform this action, then the problem will arise in the product. Okay, so in this manner this will be communicated uh, to the person which will working on that particular, or which is who is taking the service out of that particular product. Okay, so reliability is the ability of an item to perform a required function under stated condition for a stated period of a time. Reliability is quality over a time. Reliability must be designed into the product or a service so that it will perform its function for the intended period. The cost of the reliability can be damage to a company. Okay, if the reliability index is low and that machine will fail uh, uh, after specific time period, then the more maintenance cost will be required to perform or to carry out the performance out of that particular product or that particular machine. So the cost of a reliability can be damaging to a company. Cost of a reliability can be damaging to a company. Then what are the different measures? Okay, there are two different measures of a reliability. Okay, two different measures of a reliability. So first one is FMEA. Okay, that is failure mode effect analysis. Failure mode effect analysis. There are three categories or three factors which is used to calculate this failure mode effect analysis. And this FMEA, that is failure mode effect analysis, calculated on the basis of RPA, on the basis of RPA, that is risk priority number, that is a risk priority number. So RPA is calculated on the basis of a three factor, that is S, O and D. S is nothing but severity. Okay, how much serious problem is. Okay, how much serious problem is. O is occurrence, how many time it occurs in the machine, how many time it occurs in the machine. And D is detectable, how easily we can detect it. Okay, so multiplication of these three factors will provide you RPA, and that will be the failure mode effect analysis reliability. Failure mode effect analysis reliability. Once again, reliability can be calculated in a two different ways, that is FMEA, and second one is on the basis of a Bath curve. So FMEA is nothing but failure mode effect analysis, and this is calculated on the basis of a risk priority number, that is RPN, and RPN is calculated on the basis of three factors, that is severity, occurrence and detectability. The severity means how much serious problem is. Occurrence means how many time it occurs during the testing time period, and detectability means how easily we can detect that particular problem, that is SOD. So RPN is equal to multiplication of S multiplied by O multiplied by D. So that is the measuring of a reliability. And second mode is nothing but a bath curve. Okay, so bath tube curve is nothing but one shape of that particular curve. If you see that the shape of the curve is like a bathtub. Okay, bathtub. Okay, so this shows the failure rate of any product during its entire life cycle. Okay, entire life cycle. Okay, so there are three stages of a failure rates. Okay, in front, mortality, then normal life, and then end life or wear out. There are three parts of a life cycle of any product, that is in front, mortality, then normal life, and then end of life or wear out. Okay, in three categories this bath tube curve is segregated. Now this bath tube curve, okay, describe the lifetime of a population of a product. This is not applicable for one product. Okay, this is not applicable for one product. It is applicable for batch of a product. It is applicable for a batch of product. It will not result it will not show the result of one product. It is showing the result of a batch of a product. Okay, So the reliability specialists often describe the lifetime of a population of a products using a graphical representation called the bath tube curve. Okay, so bath tube curve consists of three periods. Okay, there are three periods of a bath tube curve. First one is an infant mortality period, which we have discussed that this is the uh, first part. We can say that the failure is goes on decreasing, that is nothing but infant mortality period. Then second one is useful life. Okay, in an infant mortality period with a decreasing failure rate followed by the normal life, it is also called as a useful life. Now here the second section, you can see that the straight line is there. Okay, so that is nothing but a normal life. the uh, the straight line you can see here, that is nothing but a normal line or a useful line with a low relative constant failure rate, with a low relative constant failure rate, and concluding with a wear out period that is exhibited and increasing in failure rate. Once the time period gets over, the problems will arises more and more in the machine or in the equipment or in the item, and the rate of failure goes on increasing. Rate of failure goes on increasing. Okay, now what it suggests, the bath tube curve display in figure about does not depict the failure rate of a single item, but describes the relative failure rate of an entire population of a product over a time. Okay, some individual units will fail relatively early. Okay, some individual or specific items will get fail at the early stage of a life of that particular product. That is called as an infant mortality failure. Others, we hope most, will last until wear out, and some will fail during the relatively long period typically called normal life. Failure during the infant mortality are highly undesirable and are always caused by defect and blunders. म्हणजे काय, ज्या वेळेस डेव्हलपमेंट स्टेज असते एखाद्या प्रोडक्टची, आणि त्यावेळेस जर प्रोडक्ट फेल झाला तर त्याला इन्फंट मॉर्टॅलिटी फेल्युअर मध्ये. ओके, आता सुरुवातीच्या स्टेजमध्ये प्रोडक्ट कशामुळे फेल होतो, जर मटेरियल मध्ये डिफेक्ट असेल, डिझाईन मध्ये डिफेक्ट असेल, असेंब्ली मध्ये जर डिफेक्ट असेल, तर त्या केसमध्ये फेल्युअर जास्त असतं. ओके, आणि जसं जसं तुम्ही प्रॉब्लेम सॉर्ट आउट करत जाताल, जसं मटेरियलचा डिफेक्ट कमी केला, डिझाईनचा डिफेक्ट तुम्ही काढून टाकला, असेंब्लीचा डिफेक्ट काढून टाकला, तस तसं तुमचा फेल्युअर रेट काय होत जातोय, कमी 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 होत जातोय. ओके, तसा तुमचा फेल्युअर रेट कमी कमी होत जातोय आणि एक कॉन्स्टंट फेल्युअर रेट मिळतोय. ओके, दॅट इज द युजफुल लाईफ ऑफ दॅट पर्टिक्युलर प्रोडक्ट. Then failure during the infant mortality are highly undesirable and are always caused by defects and blunders, that is material defect, design blunders, errors in assembly, etc. Normal life failures are normally considered to be random cases of a stress exceeding strength. Okay, however, as well as seen, many failures are often considered normal life failure are actually infant mortality failure. Sometimes the normal life failures are also infant mortality failures. So, and the last section, you can see that here. Now the product life is very less, and in that case the product gets wear out or the machine's parts gets wear out, and due to that the failure rate goes on increasing. The failure rate goes on increasing. That is the end of life wear out, and at one point we are we will stop to use that particular product because of the extreme failure rate. Wear out is a fact of a life due to fatigue or depletion of a material, such as lubrication depletion in bearing. A product's useful life is limited by its shortest lived component. A product manufacturer must assure that all specified materials are adequate to function through the intended product life. Through the intended product life. Okay, getting your समजलंय सगळ्यांना हा कर्व कसा आहे. सुरुवातीला जो फेल्युअर रेट असतो तो जास्त असतो. कशामुळे असतो, तर मटेरियल डिफेक्टमुळे असतो, डिझाईन डिफेक्ट मुळे असतो, आणि असेंब्ली डिफेक्टमुळे असतो. आणि जसं जसं तुम्ही हे डिफेक्ट वरती सोल्युशन काढत जाचाल तसं तसं त्याची मॉर्टॅलिटी असेल किंवा जो फेल्युअर रेट असेल तो कमी होत जाईल आणि तो एका स्ट्रेट लाईनला आला की तो युजफुल लाईफ मध्ये आणि युजफुल लाईफ मध्ये फेल्युअर रेट कॉन्स्टंट राहतो. आता हे फेल्युअर कसं होतं तर स्ट्रेस पेक्षा जेवढी त्या प्रोडक्टची स्ट्रेंथ आहे त्यापेक्षा स्ट्रेस लेवल जर जास्त झाली तर ह्या केसमध्ये इथं युजफुल लाईफ मध्ये सुद्धा प्रोडक्टचं फेल्युअर होतं. आणि जसं जसं तुम्ही एंड लाईफ कडे जाचाल त्या प्रोडक्टच्या तसं तसं त्या प्रोडक्ट मधले कॉम्पोनंट मध्ये फेल्युअर येत जाईल आणि at the end the failure rate will goes on increasing and at the end we will stop using that particular product. So this is the bath tube curve and on that basis also the designer using this particular bath tube curve for reliability testing also. Okay, designer using this particular bath tube curve for the design purposes. Okay, the last point from this chapter is life testing. What is mean by life testing? So life testing done under the controlled condition. Okay, एखाद्या प्रोडक्टची लाईफ टेस्टिंग करायची आहे. प्रोडक्ट किती वर्ष चालेल किती दिवस चालेल हे टेस्ट करायचं आहे. ओके, विदाउट एनी फेल्युअर that product will run how much time period, so that testing will be considered as a live testing. Now this testing will be carried out under controlled condition to determine how and when the product will fail in its intended environment. Okay, जे काही एन्व्हायरमेंट त्याला असेल त्या प्रोडक्टला त्याप्रमाणे ते त्या एन्व्हायरमेंट मध्ये ते प्रोडक्ट किती वेळ सस्टेन करेल आणि फेल होईल. ओके, सो दॅट इज नथिंग बट व्हॉट द process done under controlled condition to determine how and when a product will fail in a intended environment. Okay, so life testing followed some of the steps. Okay, so life testing followed following steps. So first of all, the product life, or we can say that the idea will come in one of the mind and that idea will be represented in the form of a design. Okay, then after that design the prototype will be prepared and the life testing will be performed on that prototype. Okay, life testings will be performed on the prototype, then result will come out and on the basis of result that results are evaluated and analyzed, and if you get the satisfactory result then that particular product is implemented or that particular item is implemented in actual product. Okay, so these are the steps of life testing. Okay, so first we generate idea, after which design is prepared and then prototype is prepared and tests are carried out on a prototype. Test results are carried out and evaluated and analyzed. After satisfactory results, it can be implemented in actual product. It can be implemented in actual product. Okay, now there are three types of a test. Okay, there are three types of a test. One is a quantitative test, one is a qualitative test, second one is an environmental stress scanning, that is ESS, and third one is a accelerated life test. Okay, these three tests are carried out on a prototype. Here the testings will be performed on a prototype. That testings are having the three types. One is qualitative test, second one is environmental stress screening, and third one is the accelerated life testing. Okay, so what is meant by qualitative test? Qualitative test so gives the product which tested the most failure. Okay, here the failure can be detected which are produced by high and low stresses. So one of the product is there and the stress cycles are applied on that particular product and find out when it will get failed. Okay, so to pass the product in this particular test must live through the entire test without failure. जर प्रोडक्ट वरती लो आणि हायर स्ट्रेस लेवल ऍप्लिकेशन करून एका पर्टिक्युलर टाइम पिरियड साठी ते प्रोडक्ट टेस्ट केलं जातं. जर त्यातनं प्रोडक्ट जर सर्व्हाइव्ह झाला तरच क्वालिटेटिव्ह टेस्ट पास झाली असं समजू शकतो. आपण गाड्यांच्या सेफ्टी टेस्ट बघतो. ओके, तर एखाद्या गाडीमध्ये म्हणजे टाटाची गाडी असेल किंवा महिंद्राची गाडी असेल तर त्या गाडीचं टेस्टिंग केलं जातं, सेफ्टी टेस्टिंग केलं जातं आणि त्या बेसिसवरती त्याला स्टार्स दिले जातात. सो किंवा रँकिंग दिलं जातं 1 स्टार, 2 स्टार, 5 स्टार. आउट ऑफ 5 स्टार जेवढे स्टार मिळतील, जेवढे जास्त स्टार मिळतील तेवढी ती गाडी सेफ्टी आहे. ओके, जरी ऍक्सिडेंट झाला तरी त्यातून वाचण्याचे चान्सेस जास्त असतात. अशी टेस्टिंग केली जाते, व्हेकल टेस्टिंग केली जाते. आणि त्यासाठी काय करतात ते रोबोट बसवते. एका नवीन गाडीवर टेस्टिंग असते कम्प्लीट त्यांची, तर रोबोट बसवते त्यामध्ये आणि सगळे पॅरामीटर सेट करतात आणि फास्ट स्पीड मध्ये ती गाडी भिंतीवर आदळते आणि त्यातून त्यांना ते इव्हॅल्युएशन करतात, क्रायटेरिया इव्हॅल्युएशन करतात आणि बघतेत की सर्व्हायव्हलचे चान्सेस किती आहेत, सर्व्हायव्हलचे चान्सेस किती आहेत आणि त्या बेसिसवरती त्याला सेफ्टी रँकिंग दिली जाते, त्या गाडीला सेफ्टी रँकिंग दिली जाते. ओके, पण आपण जास्त बघत नाही ते सेफ्टी रँकिंग, पण दिस इज द वन ऑफ द इम्पॉर्टंट पॅरामीटर व्हाईल सिलेक्टिंग एनी व्हेकल. ओके, सो क्वालिटेटिव्ह टेस्ट, जर ती ती तो प्रोडक्ट त्या स्ट्रेस लेवल मधून, स्ट्रेस सायकल मधून जर सर्व्हाइव्ह झाला तर तो प्रोडक्ट पास झाला, ती टेस्ट पास झाला. दॅट इज नथिंग बट अ qualitative test. Then environmental stress screening. So this environmental provides the environmental stress screening is also called as ESS. Applies environmental stimulus to product goals. Okay, what will be the normal environment for that particular product, or when that particular product will be launched, and what will be the environment that particular product, so that stress level is provided. Now goal of this particular test is to find latent defects and eliminate them. If any environmental defect due to the environment, if any defect arises in the product, to find out that defect, and during the design stage or prototyping stage only, this defect will be eliminated. To find defect not found with the inspection or electrical testing. काय काय वेळेस इन्स्पेक्शन केल्यानंतर असे डिफेक्ट सापडत नाहीत, किंवा इलेक्ट्रिकल टेस्टिंग केल्यासाठी किंवा नॉन डिस्ट्रक्टिव्ह टेस्टिंग केल्यानंतर सुद्धा डिफेक्ट सापडत नाहीत. अशा केसमध्ये एन्व्हायरमेंटल स्ट्रेस स्क्रीनिंग केली जाते. ओके, एन्व्हायरमेंटल स्ट्रेस स्क्रीनिंग केली जाते. सो लास्ट वन इज ऍक्सरलेटेड लाईफ टेस्टिंग. सो व्हॉट इज मीन बाय ऍक्सरलेटेड लाईफ टेस्टिंग? सो समजा तुम्ही बेरिंगची लाईफ टेस्ट करताय. ओके, किती लाईफ सायकल त्या बेरिंग मध्ये असते, तुम्ही बघितलं असेल मशीन डिझाईन मध्ये पण बेरिंग डिझाईन कसे करतात आणि त्याची लाईफ स्पॅन कसं टेस्टिंग करतात. तर त्याला नंबर ऑफ रिव्हॉल्युशन किती दिल्यानंतर ते बेरिंग फेल होईल. ओके, तर त्याची लाईफ सायकल कशी फाइंड आउट करायची, तर त्याला फास्ट आरपीएम न फिरवायचं. ओके, म्हणजे नॉर्मली 1400 आरपीएम न एखादी मोटर फिरते समजा, तर त्याला 1000 आरपीएम द्यायचं, त्याला 10,000 आरपीएम न फिरवायचं, 1,00,000 आरपीएम न फिरवायचं आणि त्याची टेस्टिंग करायची. ओके, सो दॅट इज नथिंग बट ऍक्सरलेटेड लाईफ टेस्टिंग. जेवढं नॉर्मल त्याला त्याचा स्पीड असतो त्यापेक्षा 10 पटीनं स्पीड त्याला द्यायचा आणि त्याची टेस्ट करायची. दॅट इज नथिंग बट टेस्टिंग मूव्स अ फास्टर पेस, uses the quantitative data, end result yields time to failure data. Times to failure, that is how long it takes till a failure is made. किती वेळ त्याने घेतला फेल होण्यासाठी. सो दॅट विल बी नथिंग बट व्हॉट द ऍक्सरलेटेड लाईफ टेस्टिंग. ऍक्सरलेटेड लाईफ टेस्टिंग. Getting everyone? These are the important points. Accelerated life testing. Okay, so our 6th number chapter will be over here only. The slides will be available in the study material. Okay, so you can check the study material. All the slides are available there only, and you can take the points from that particular slide. And also I would like to suggest that today is our re-IC. If anybody want to attend or want to improve the POM marks, IC1 marks, then those students can attend. Roll number 77, only one students were absent for POM POM subject IC, and it is compulsory to that particular roll number 77. If he is present in this particular meeting, please attend today's IC1, re-IC1, and it is optional for others. Those want to increase their performance, they can attend. And today or tomorrow I will place the assignment questions. Okay, so each assignment having only two question, 1 to 2 pages write-ups, near about 8 assignments I will provide you. So within 16 pages it will cover up. Within 16 pages it will cover up. And uh, those those topic having problems on that topics, I will provide only problem. Okay, assignment question, problem, assignment questions. And those topics are having the theory question. In that I will provide only theory question for the assignment. Each assignment having only two questions, and not more than two. Okay, only two question in each assignment. Okay, so one assignment near about 1 to 2 pages. In 2 pages it will be cover up. And you can submit that assignment in a bunch. Okay, आठीचे आठी असाइनमेंट एकत्र करून एक सबमिशन फॉर्म पण त्याबरोबर पाठवतो. त्या फॉर्म वरती तुम्ही सबमिट करायचं, विच इज द इसेन्शियल क्रायटेरिया फॉर द टर्मवर्क साठी इम्पॉर्टंट क्रायटेरिया आहे. आणि जर्नलचं आपण बघू, एक एक पेजचं राईटअप, 8 पेजेस, जास्तीत जास्त 8 पेजेसचं राईटअप जर्नलसाठी असणार आहे. आणि एक इथं असाइनमेंटला एक 16 पेजेसचं राईटअप. ओके, तर असा आपला टर्मवर्कचा प्लॅन आहे. आणि इम्पॉर्टंट काय असणार आहे, तर तुमची अटेंडन्स किती आहे, आणि हे राईटअप, आणि असाइनमेंट क्वेश्चन, आणि जे टेस्ट आपण कंडक्ट केलेले आहेत. आतापर्यंत आपण 4 टेस्ट कंडक्ट केलेले आहेत. 5व्या आणि 6व्या चॅप्टरचे टेस्ट राहिलेले आहेत. तर हे चॅप्टर टेस्टचे मार्क, आता जेवढ्या 4 चॅप्टर टेस्ट झालेले आहेत आणि 4 राहिलेले आहेत, जे कोणी अटेंड केलेले नाहीत किंवा 2-3 अटेंड केलेले आहेत, अशा स्टुडंटनी येणाऱ्या चॅप्टर टेस्ट कंपल्सरी अटेंड करा. उद्या सुट्टी असणार आहे. उद्या एक रिलीज करतो आणि संडेला एक टेस्ट रिलीज करतो. 5व्या चॅप्टरची टेस्ट उद्या रिलीज करतो. होल डे मध्ये कधी पण तुम्ही ती टेस्ट देऊ शकता. आणि 6व्या चॅप्टरची टेस्ट, म्हणजे हा जो चॅप्टर झालेला आहे तो रविवारी रिलीज करतो. तर फुल डे मध्ये तुम्ही कधीही टेस्ट देऊ शकता. आणि आज आयएसी आहे, असं सगळं प्लॅनिंग आहे. ओके, ज्यांचे आयएसी ला कमी मार्क आहेत किंवा इम्प्रूव्ह करायचं आहे, तर त्यांनी ती टेस्ट अटेंड करू शकता आयएसी ची. आणि सजेशन असेल की टर्मवर्कला ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टी कन्सिडर केल्या जातील. आयएसी चे मार्क, परत टेस्टचे मार्क, जे आपण चॅप्टर टेस्ट घेतलेले आहेत त्या चॅप्टर टेस्टचे मार्क, नंतर तुमची असाइनमेंट. ओके, 2-2 क्वेश्चन असणार आहेत असाइनमेंटला, त्यापेक्षा जास्त देणार नाहीये. मला पण राईटअप करून घ्यायची इच्छा नाही तुमच्याकडनं, तर 2च क्वेश्चन देणार आहे मी. 2 क्वेश्चन पेक्षा जास्त नाहीत. 1-1.5 पेजेस मध्ये पण होऊन जातील 2 क्वेश्चन. पण लिहिणं गरजेचं आहे सगळ्यांनी. ते जर क्वेश्चन जर कमी कमी लिहिले तुम्ही, तर मग काटछाप होणार आहे, त्याचा इफेक्ट तुम्हाला दुसरीकडे पण दिसणार आहे. तर असाइनमेंट क्वेश्चन असतील. आणि एक 2-3 हे देतो, काय म्हणतात त्याला, केस स्टडीज देतो. 1-1 पेजेसच्या केस स्टडी असतील. आणि तेवढं तुमचा ह्याचा राईटअप असेल, जर्नलचा राईटअप असेल. बस एवढंच. ओके, so we'll stop here. Put up your roll numbers in the chat box, and you can leave this particular meeting. Put up roll numbers and leave this meeting, everyone. जीवनराज कोळी आहात का तुम्ही? जीवनराज कोळी अनम्यूट करू शकता. आजची टेस्ट अटेंड करा, तुम्हीच एकटे ऍबसेंट आहात. जीवनराज कोळी. आवाज ऐकू येतोय माझा? स्पेशल तुमच्यासाठी सांगतोय. आजची आयसी तुमच्यासाठी काढलेली आहे. तुम्ही ती टेस्ट अटेंड करा आज. आता टर्मवर्क मध्ये खूप कमी मार्क दिले जातील किंवा फेल पण केलं जाऊ शकतं. तुमची टर्म ग्रँट पण केली जाऊ शकत नाही. ओके, आधीच तुमची अटेंडन्स खूप कमी आहे. 10% आणि 12% अटेंडन्स असते. ऐकताय ना जीवनराज? हॅलो. ओके, प्लीज लिव्ह एव्हरीवन. कॅमेरा का चालू केला जीवनराज? काय बोलायचं आहे? गणेश कुंभार, शुभम साठे, शुभम लंगोटे, जुनेद शेख, प्लीज लिव्ह दिस मीटिंग.